welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you and I'm so glad you clicked on. Today we are doing my July TBR. Yes, it's late, but better late than never. It is July 5th while I'm filming this, so we're already a couple of books in. I've read 3 books this month and I was like, wait, July TBR? So here I am. I've got my little iced espresso shot with a bit of creamer in it. And I'm ready to talk about books. I will admit I'm in kind of a whatever type of mood. I've been kind of craving a thriller. I've been also really liking romances recently, and I have been itching to read a really good fantasy book. Whatever we get, I'm gonna be happy with. I am, of course, using my little TBR jar. Now let's go ahead and let's just get started with the July TBR. I'm going to be picking out 6 prompts and hopefully those are the books that I'll be getting to in July. July typically is the month that I read the most books, so fingers crossed that that works out for me this month. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's pull out the first prompt of July. What is it? A thriller! You know what's absolutely perfect and wonderful and stunning about this is that I recently did buy a thriller, and it is the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. One thing about Holly Jackson is that I'm always on edge with her books. Her books are pretty thrilling for me. I'm like really enticed, very enthralled. I'm excited to keep reading. So I recently picked this one up from Target because I was walking around on one of my breaks and I was like, wait, I haven't read this yet, and I have read all of her other books, so I wanted to pick this up and I would love to get to this month. I'm really excited about it. I just recently read 5 Survive and I really enjoyed it, so I am happy to announce that this is the first book on the July TBR. That was an easy one. Prompt number 2. I like when you guys can see first. Hopefully it's like the right side up. A long title, 5 words or more. Okay, let's do some pondering. Okay, so unfortunately, none of the books that I want to read are long titles. I think here's what I might have to do. Did you hear about Kitty Carr? I have had this book literally since May 2023. You guys, I've had this book for so long. I have never really gravitated towards it, but when I got it, I was like, oh, I want to read that. So I'm assuming this is kind of like Hollywood rich style something mystery literary fiction type of thing. I don't know anything about this book and it's been out for a while. I will hopefully pick this up in the month of July. I don't know. I really should, because 2023 is literally crazy. How have I not read this yet? I'm sure that this was like one of the first book of the month books that I picked up and I need to get to it. I've been really good about reading my book of the month books, but obviously this one fell to the bottom of my book of the month list. So this is the second book on the July TBR. All right. Let's see. I'm hoping that either this prompt can get me either a romance or a fantasy. What does it say? Match the season! Okay, so it is summertime, obviously, and I've actually been trying to read quite a bit of summer books this year because I really would like to do a curated summer book rec video. I have quite a few summer books that I could recommend, but I want to get some new ones because I feel like you see typically a lot of the same books. So I have 2 options that like scream summertime. So I have 2 books. I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune, and then I have Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. Now, will I read both of these in July? Probably, if I had to take a wild guess. However, this is a book that I have been meaning to read for a while. It's one of my best friend's favorite books, and I feel like I would be doing him an injustice if I don't read this. So Andrew actually thrifted this copy for me, so it has like different, like it has stuff in it, but it was literally $1 or something. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, but I will probably still read this because I did want to get to this book this summer. Remarkably Bright Creatures is the 3rd book on the July TBR. Now we are moving on to prompt number 4. All right, this one says, character on the cover. So I feel like this one we could use for a fantasy book. Ooh. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing because I'm really excited about this book. I've read from this author before, but I've read her romances, and I am super stoked to get into her, believe debut fantasy. This is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto, and it is this stunning Fairy Loot exclusive edition. This was actually my last book from Fairy Loot. I canceled all of my special edition subscriptions just because I felt like I was getting a lot of books that I wasn't obsessed with, and I'd rather spend the money on books that I love. So I did find that this one was the June book, and I was really excited about this book. So I kept my subscription until I got this book, and I'm really excited. It is absolutely stunning, and it even has the characters on the hardback. Rose in Chains by Julie Soto is going to be the fifth book. Oh no, the fourth book on our July TBR. I'm really excited about this one. We've got a good range right now. I feel like we should have a romance on here though. I'm sure obviously Rose in Chains is gonna have some romance in it, but I'm thinking maybe a true romance. If anything, this summer will be different. What are the odds? Person on the cover. So what was my thought process when I did character on the cover and person on the cover? Was that a person? And did we mean like character like a cartoon? That's okay. Person on the cover. Arguably. We could do this one. Person on the cover. We also have Just Last Night. So here's my dilemma with these two. I'm really wanting to pick up a book by Mari McFarlane because I've been hearing such good things about this author. But then I literally just said that I wanted to read This Summer Will Be Different in July. So this is a summer book. I feel like this one could be a summer, but I don't think it like is designated a summer book, you know, like I could pick this up whenever. So as much as I want to read this, I think I'm gonna go with This Summer Will Be Different for the sole purpose of the fact that it is summer and I want to read this one. I've had this book since it was first released and it is time to get to it. So this will be the fifth book on the July TBR. It's going to be a really good month. I'm really hopeful that I get to all of these books. This is going to be the final prompt on the July TBR. Hopefully it is in the right form. Yeah. Random color generator. Okay. So I think for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a random wheel color thing, and then whatever color it lands on, I'm going to pick a cover that matches the color. So let's go to good old Safari. So I've just looked up a random color generator and I've entered the number 1. Please ignore the ad. Sapphire blue. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick out a blue color cover just because that makes the most sense to me. I'll go for like a dark blue. Okay, this is definitely a dark blue. We also have A Torch Against the Night, which I've been meaning to read. Okay, we've got 3 options for this prompt because I'm gonna have a hard time picking. So this first option is I Did Something Bad. This is a Afterlight edition. I've had this book for a little while now and I don't know, it seems like something fun in my opinion. I don't really know much about it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know right now. But I also have these 2 books, which I've been itching to read. I have Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I've been really interested to read a book by this author, and I've heard that this series is really good. So I know it's a superhero sci-fi fantasy type of book, so I really would like to pick this one up. I don't know if I would rather pick up this one or A Torch Against the Night. I'm gonna use Siri. I'm gonna do heads or tails. That's probably the easiest way. So this is gonna be heads, and this is gonna be tails. Okay, so let's ask Siri to pick heads or tails which book I'm going to read. Hey Siri. Flip a coin.
Tails.
Looks like we're reading A Torch Against the Night. This is the second book in the, what is this series called? An Ember in the Ashes series? I don't know if it's actually called like a series, but this is the second book in a series, and I've been really meaning to pick it up, and I am going to. I'm going to this month. I promise. Okay, wait, is that 6 books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is! Okay, let me put this back and we'll do a little recap. This is the July TBR. We have a really good range of stuff here, so let's quickly go through it. We have A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. We have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. We have Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. We have Did You Hear About Kitty Carr? And then last but not least, we have the reappearance of Rachel Price. I feel like this TBR is perfect for me because it has all of the different types of moods on it. So I am hopeful that I'm going to stick to it, and hopefully I will read every single one of the books on the TBR. But that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys are reading this July. If you have any summer book recs, please let me know. I would love to read them before summer is over because I feel like it flies by. But yeah, that is gonna be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see ya in the next one. Toodaloo!